Hello and welcome to our special coverage of the FIFA World Cup 2018 that's underway in Russia. I'm your host, Frank Pereira. With me is Carlton Chapman, former Indian captain. Welcome, Carlton. Right, let's begin our action with the first game now. The first game of the evening will be the match between Costa Rica and Serbia from Group E. This will be the first ever encounter between the two sides at the World Cup. This is Costa Rica's fifth time at the World Cup, with the team having surprised everyone in 2014 when it reached the quarterfinals. Costa Rica is also the most successful national football team in the history of Central America. They have won 3 CONCACAF championships in 1963, 1969 and 1989. 31-year-old Keylor Navas is key to the Costa Rican side and comes into the tournament following 3 successive Champions League triumphs with Real Madrid. He will have to be at his best so Costa Rica can progress. Serbia, on the other hand, competed successfully as part of Yugoslavia, finishing 4th at the 1930 and 1962 World Cups respectively. Manchester United's towering defensive midfielder Nemanja Matic is key for the side and provides the solid base needed for the likes of Dusan Tadic and Sergej Savic. Both teams know that the group they are in is tough, with Brazil definitely expected to proceed to the next round. There will be a mad scramble for the second spot. Well, Carlton, as far as this particular match is concerned, Costa Rica versus Serbia, you know, they are in a very difficult group. Brazil is in this group and Brazil is likely to top this group. So it's going to be a mad rush for second place.
It's obviously speaking that both these clubs, both these teams, it's not a problem for them to progress to the next round. The problem is who comes out in a better situation in this match. Whichever team wins in this match will definitely progress to the next round, because they have just two teams to win, and if they progress to this next round, they are not in a difficult problem.
Sure. Let's take a look at the formations as well as far as Costa Rica and Serbia are concerned. Costa Rica has got the one big player, that is Keylor Navas. He is also the goalkeeper of the Real Madrid side. He is going to be key for them if they have to win this particular match, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens, of course. Let's take a look at the formation of Serbia as well. Costa Rica is most likely to play a 5-4-1 formation. As far as Serbia is concerned, it's likely to play a 3-4-3 kind of a formation, and that's also going to be interesting as far as Serbia is concerned. If you look at Serbia's team, they have some experienced players in Branislav Ivanovic, there's Alexander Kolarov, the captain as well, there's Dusan Tadic and Nemanja Matic, who plays for Manchester United. They've got a lot of experience as far as the European circuit is concerned, and if you look at how the tournament has progressed thus far, the Latin American teams have not seemed to have performed very well. It is the Europeans who have had their number. Moving on now, of course, to the other match. World champions Germany will take on Mexico in their Group F opener this evening. Besides defending their title, the Germans would also be looking to confirm their status as tournament favourites. On the other hand, the Mexicans, with their fare well known, will be eager to get their teeth into the tournament. Let's take a look.
On their road to the World Cup, the Germans played a perfect qualification, winning all 10 games and conceding just 4 goals. The world champions had also clinched the Confederations Cup last year, but their form will be on test when they take on the Mexicans, who had impressed many in their last World Cup outing in Brazil.
Bevor das erste Spiel losgeht, ist jeder natürlich auch positiv angespannt. Man will dass es endlich angepfiffen wird. Man will loslegen, man will sich beweisen, man will einen guten Schritt machen in dieses Turnier. Und von daher ist die Anspannung immer irgendwie dies gleich, unabhängig, was man gewonnen hat oder nicht.
But there is a statistical worry for Lowe's boys. They have managed just one win in their last 6 internationals, followed by a lackluster 2-1 win over lowly Saudi Arabia in the final warm-up game last week. Their preparations were also overshadowed by the outrage in Germany caused by photos of midfielders Ilkay Gundogan and Mesut Ozil with Turkish President Erdogan.
Mesut Özil hat diese Woche 2 zusätzliche Einheiten noch gemacht am Nachmittag, Anfang der Woche, Dienstag und oder Mittwoch und Donnerstag. Er ist einsatzfähig, er ist fit, er macht einen guten Eindruck.
The Germans boast of a stellar tournament record with at least a semi-final spot in each of the last 4 World Cups, and few would risk betting against them. In another bit of statistic, the Germans crushed Mexico 4-1 in last year's Confederations Cup.
En lo personal creo que el partido, si fuéramos a jugar en un sitio neutral, sin lo que genera el campeonato del mundo y demás, yo le apostaría a que México le puede competir y ganarle a...
South Korea and Sweden are the other 2 teams in Group F who will clash in their opening game on Monday. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, Germany versus Mexico is the second match of the day. It is at 8:30 p.m. kickoff, and we'll get to see how good the Germans are in this particular World Cup. They are the defending champions. Let's not forget. Carlton, Germany versus Mexico. What do you make of the match?
Don't tell me about Germany. Germany is one of the best sides in the world. I don't know how, and physically, theoretically, they are one of the best teams in the world, and you cannot predict them. They are like, they come in to play a match. They need to win this match. They come in to play any tournament. They need to win the tournament. No doubt European League, no doubt World Cup. They just come in to win the tournament. And
are they one of your favorites to win the tournament?
yeah, they are one of the favorites. And it's the best team in the world.
The best team in the world, yeah, the defending champions. They've got a star-studded lineup as well. Let's take a look at how Germany will form today. And the most likely formation will be a 4-2-3-1 formation. And if you look at their team, of course, they have Neuer in goal. He's got tremendous experience as well. Their defenders, of course, Hummels and Boateng. Midfielders, Khedira, Draxler, Kroos and Ozil. And the forwards, Müller and Gomez as well. They have a fantastic team, Carlton.
They have the best players in the world. Whoever's playing in the world, you can see them in Champions League. You can see them in all leagues. They are the best team in the world.
Sure.
This team has the potential to win this World Cup.
Indeed, potential to win the World Cup is what Carlton is saying. Let's take a look at the formation. As far as Mexico is concerned, they're most likely to play a 4-3-3 for kind of a formation. But you can't count out the Mexicans as well. They have played some fantastic football in the past. They've got experience on their side as well. 3 players between them: Rafael Marquez, Andreas Guardado, Giovanni Dos Santos and Javier Hernandez. Between them, they have over 500 internationals, or around about 500 internationals. So it's going to be interesting to see. It's going to be experience versus the grit and determination of the Germans.
If you see Mexicans, they always play for fun. They don't play for winning the World Cup, winning the European Championship, winning the Latin American. But they play very much for their own continental. They don't play like becoming champions. But Germany, they play to become champion in any tournament which they play.
Right.
So this is the main difference between Mexicans and German.
Indeed. Let's look at some of the players. Of course, Germany has got Mesut Ozil, they've got Kroos, and they've got some fantastic forwards as well. We were looking at their profile at the moment. What do you think the scoreline is going to be, Carlton, in between?
I think Germany will definitely smash the Mexicans, because the German team is preparing to win this finals. Back-to-back wins of this match, of this tournament, will prove them a point that they are the best teams in the world.
Sure. Sure. And moving on now, of course, the last match of the evening will see Brazil take on Switzerland, the five-time world champions, who had a massive heartbreak in their last World Cup outing after being defeated by Germany in the semi-final. Will be looking to start off with a bang. Meanwhile, the world's number 6 team, Switzerland, will be no pushover.
The Brazilians are placing high hopes on the national team at the 2018 Russia World Cup, especially after having been steamrolled by all-conquering Germans in 2014. Brazil had lost 1-7 to Germany on the home soil, with the game effectively over in the first 28 minutes. Fans are now hoping the team with recovered Neymar on the side would win the title.
O Neymar não está 100% ainda, mas o Neymar também é muito privilegiado fisicamente. Os índices de sprints em velocidade máxima que ele tem é impressionante. E ele não perdeu e fez uma recuperação muito boa, mas não está na sua plenitude ainda.
The world number 2 team will clash with world number 6 Switzerland in Group E opener, though the football powerhouse hasn't had the best of outings after winning in 2002 for the 5th time. Back home, the feeling is that it's still one of the best in the business.
Teria largado. Isso, como eu sempre faço na minha vida, é buscar um objetivo, tentar manter uma linha, tentar traçar novos objetivos, né, novos desafios, né? E a Copa do Mundo é outro desafio.
On the other hand, Switzerland has impressed with the consistent improvement in the ranks since last few years. Currently ranking number 6 in FIFA World Rankings, Stefan Lichtsteiner's side boasts of the likes of Manuel Akanji, Fabian Schär and Valon Behrami. Behrami will be playing his 4th and possibly last World Cup.
Wir haben gearbeitet, dass wir als Schweiz in diesem Klassement, in diesem Klassifiker weit oben sind, in der Nähe von den Top-Clubs. Aber natürlich, wenn man dann die Mannschaften 1:1 vergleicht, dann weiß jeder, dass Brasilien klarer Favorit ist.
While a solid Switzerland will certainly be no walkover, Brazil is one of the favourites of the tournament, with Neymar ready to lead his teammates into the finals. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Well, the third match of the day is going to be an exciting match as well between the flair of Brazil and the Swiss, of course, who are ranked number 6 in the world going into this tournament. So it is going to be a mouth-watering contest, and we'll get to see the Brazilians playing their first match in this particular World Cup. 11:30 start. Carlton, Brazil versus Switzerland.
Brazil has all the chances of qualification, and they have very, very good players. If they perform according to their level, they will easily outcome all these matches. Brazil has a very, very good chances of qualification, and especially Neymar, he's in top form. He's in top form. He's one of the most highest paid player in the world. So he has to perform in these circumstances, and there is a backup which is there for him, and he has to perform, and he is one of the best players in this World Cup.
You know, talking about best players, let's look at the Brazilian formation. They are most likely to play a 4-1-4-1 kind of a formation in this particular match. And talking about players, of course, they do have a star-studded team. It's not just Neymar, but they also have Silva, Miranda, Luis, Marcelo. You know, that makes up their defense line. Of course, it remains to be seen what Tite decides or what his 11 will be. But this is the most probable lineup as far as Brazil is concerned. They also have Casemiro, Coutinho, Paulinho, Fernandinho and Willian in central midfield. And then there is, of course, the trio of Neymar, Jesus and Firmino. Headache as far as the coach is concerned to pick his best 11, Carlton.
It is, you know, as a coach, you can't put a team for Brazil. You can't put a 11 team for Brazil because everybody's star-studded team. Everybody's playing in the top level of the European League. And to make a choice of the 11 team, it's very, very difficult. And anybody who plays, anyone who plays, they are one of the best players in the world. You can say it's very, very difficult to make a choice of the team.
But it's also a good thing as far as the coach is concerned when you have so many good players in the side.
Yeah, obviously. Who will not want a good side?
True.
Obviously, I'll want a good side. If
Sure.
I'm a coach, I'll want a good side to play in the 11. And I want to win a match easily.
Right. You know, let's look at the formation as far as the Swiss are concerned. Let's not forget, let's not count them out because they are ranked number 6 in the world at the moment. They're likely to play a 4-5-1 kind of a formation, and that's what you can see on your screens right now. It remains to be seen, of course, what exactly happens in the match, but they could give the Brazilians a run for their money. They've got experienced players like Stefan Lichtsteiner. They've got Ricardo Rodriguez, both extremely experienced players. Johan Juru, and there's Shaka as well, and Shaqiri. So they do have a good lineup as well. So it's going to be an interesting match. If the Brazilians are not careful, the Swiss could be a difficult opponent.
See, unless you play according to your plan, and if you allow the opponent to play, then you will have to pay your crisis. Like Messi has missed a penalty. The match ended in 0-0, 1-1.
Yeah.
But now the other two matches is going to be very, very difficult for them. If you allow your opponent to dominate you, then you're in trouble.
Sure.
This is the World Cup. It's not an ordinary tournament. If you lack of performance, maybe I'm the best player of the world. Maybe I'm Neymar. But if I don't perform, somebody else will perform for me. So I have to perform well to show that I am the best player in the world.
Right. Okay. All right, then. We'll slip into a short break now, but we'll be back with all of last night's action. We'll tell you what happened in the World Cup. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.